So since last week, or not last week, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks back, we did CapCut Part 1, where we went into all the incredible things that CapCut can do. Tonight, I'm going to show you a couple more things that CapCut could do, and then we're going to do a comparison between CapCut and something else, which actually is the only program I found that does something better than CapCut. And of course, in the last week, all hell has broken loose in the video world. ByteDance, the company behind TikTok, came out with Seedream 1.5 Pro, which is a truly excellent image generator, and they brought it out to compete with the current king of the hill, which is Nano Banana Pro, and it's really good. And right now, the only place you can get it is in CapCut. So it's kind of fun. And then Kling, the Chinese guys, came out with version 2.6 and another thing called O1. And they're competing with all the amazing things that I showed you that Runway can do, where you can edit live videos and remove things from the videos and add things to the videos and change all sorts of things in the videos and adding sound automatically. And Higgsfield came out with Cinema Studio to trump everybody, because what Cinema Studio does is it makes you the equivalent of a director and a cinematographer in your home, because you can choose from multiple multi-$1,000 cameras and different lenses, and they tell you what they are and what they do, and also all the different kinds of things that a real cinematographer and director would have available to them to make cinema quality, movie quality videos. And then you describe the scene that you want, and it creates that scene using Nano Banana Pro, which, as I mentioned, is a great one. And then you just tell it, okay, now in this scene, I want this person to do this, and this person to say that, and this person to do that. And then the scene goes over to this scene, and you basically construct the whole movie, and the end result is movie quality. So Hollywood is really getting scared, because we now can create real, true Hollywood style movies. In fact, I did that with a client this afternoon, blew his socks off. So it's getting very interesting out there.
What's the name of this again, Tony?
Higgsfield, Higgsfield.
Maybe put it in the chat because I have HIG.
Yeah, hold on. I'll put the actual link in the chat.
Awesome. That now, Tony, I don't want to hijack with a whole bunch of questions, but quickly, sometimes I don't know if this is true with film AI, but I know with image AI, if I give a scene and then I want to do a sequential scene, the characters are not the same. Even
Right.
they come up with another one. You say a couple gets married and then they go to the beach, and then it's like a different couple at the beach.
Let me ask you, which image generator are you using?
I was using Grok.
Okay, well, there's your problem. It's not designed for character consistency.
Ah,
Ones that I
okay.
teach are.
Oh my. What was that again?
All the ones that I've been teaching do have character consistency, because that was the
Okay.
major thing for about, oh God, 2 years. We were yelling and saying, come on, give us character consistency.
Wow.
And it didn't happen until about 4 or 5 months ago, when Nano Banana Pro came out, and then we had absolute character consistency. And now,
Wow. I'm behind the scenes, obviously.
yeah, and now all the video generators have character consistency as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's come a long way. It's just in the last few months.
Okay. And you just put that in the chat, so I'll grab it.
Yeah, that's
Thanks,
exactly
Tony.
that. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go into CapCut. I'm going to show you a fun thing that I found out of necessity. And let me know when you can see CapCut.
Yep.
Okay, good. And now I'm just going to turn back on the video panel so I can see you guys. They love to turn off everything, including chat. So, okay, I got it back. Okay. All right, so we have here CapCut. And one of the things is sometimes someone will give me an audio track that's in really bad shape and say, we want to extract the vocal from the voice from this. I'll play you a little bit of this one they sent. So you can hear there's a whole bunch of, she's on a motorcycle, and you hear all the motorcycle noise, and faintly in the background, you hear the voice, right? You guys could hear that, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So there are heavy duty audio restoration tools like Isotope and SpectraLayers Pro, and I have those tools, and they're not cheap. They're $300 to $800, and I use them to try and get the voice separated from this motorcycle, and they couldn't do it. They just couldn't, because the motorcycle's frequency is changing all the time, and they couldn't lock on to the voice and get it out of there. But guess what? CapCut, $9 a month CapCut can. I'll show you what I mean. So here is, I separated it. So now what we'll hear first is just the motorcycle. And now I'm going to do the reverse. I'm going to mute the motorcycle and turn the volume up a little bit on the sound, on the voice.
But it's dark. So one little area in light.
Now, it's not perfect, of course, because the original source is horrendous, but that's so much better than the $800 tools can do. So audio restoration is $9 a month. CapCut can now beat their socks off. It's pretty amazing. But, and yeah, how it's actually done, those other tools, they use what's called signal recovery, where they try and recover the audio. What CapCut does, or what AI does, is called signal inference, where it tries to figure out what the audio should be and creates that. So it's a whole new language. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out of this and into the main interface of CapCut. Oh. Here we go. And we're going to take a look at a thing that I mentioned a little bit last time, but didn't really go into detail for, and that's AI Video Maker. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something that AI Video Maker did in CapCut. Then I'm going to show you the same thing done in another tool. And then I'm going to show you how I combined the two of them to make the video that I wanted to make. And it's pretty interesting. What Video Maker will do, I'll click on it so you can get an idea, is you can say instant AI video, where you just basically put in your script. You can get ChatGPT to write your script. You put the script in, and then CapCut goes to work adding whatever it thinks the video part should be, and adding the voiceover and the music and transitions and all that kind of stuff. However, as you'll see, it doesn't do a particularly wonderful job. It's the one thing that CapCut, out of the 100 things it does brilliantly that you saw last time, the one thing that it doesn't do brilliantly is this. However, I found a tool that does. So I'm going to grab a video from a different monitor. And here's what CapCut did. And you'll see how bad it is, because it not only shifted from photorealistic kind of to cartoon to with a terrible voiceover, and it just was not good. And I'll show you what it did.
Here is a sobering truth.
Oh, yeah.
Only 15% of people who buy an online course actually finish it. 15% traditional online courses have hit a ceiling, and both students and experts are feeling it. Think about the last time you took an online course. You watched the videos. You took notes. And you really hoped that those pre-recorded lessons would apply to your specific problem? But they're one-size-fits-all. You get the same generic lessons whether you're a beginner or you're advanced, whether your goal is X or Y. And when you need help, you're stuck. There's no real-time interaction and no personalized guidance.
The other thing is everybody that it had in it was Asian, because TikTok and CapCut, they're an Asian company. But as you heard, I'll continue it in a minute, but as you heard, the voiceover was horrible.
Here is a sobering truth, X or Y. And when you need help, you're stuck. There's no real-time interaction and no personalized guidance. It's just you and a static video that can't answer back. In today's world of instant answers and shrinking attention spans, that just doesn't cut it anymore. Now, if you're on the other side, if you're a coach, consultant, or someone who has spent years building expertise UVA, probably realized something frustrating. You are the biggest bottleneck in your own business. You only have so many hours to serve clients, answer questions, and share what you know. And creating that online course or writing that book, that takes months, sometimes even years of your precious time. But what if there was another way?
So you see, it was just not great.
Yeah, Tony, two things I noticed in it. One is the guy had 3 arms.
Yeah, saw that too. Actually, that was a deliberate choice on CapCuts. They wanted to show a busy guy.
The other thing is that the lettering, like on the calendar, was messed up
Absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what another program did with the same prompt.
Here's a sobering truth. Only 15% of people who buy an online course actually finish it. 15%. Traditional online courses have hit a ceiling, and both students and experts are feeling it. Think about the last...
Oh, I should also mention that with CapCut, it was just stills. AI created still images, and they just were panning or zooming slowly on the image. This one's actual videos that the AI created.
time you took an online course. You watched the videos. You took notes. You hoped, really hoped, that those pre-recorded lessons would apply to your specific problem. But they're one size fits all. Same generic lessons, whether you're a beginner or advanced. Whether your goal is X or Y. And when you need help, you're stuck. No real-time interaction. No personalized guidance. Just you and a static video that can't answer back. In today's world of instant answers and shrinking attention spans, that just doesn't cut it anymore. Now, if you're on the other side, if you're a coach, consultant, or someone who spent years building expertise, you've probably realized...
So you can see that's a lot better than what CapCut did. It's not perfect. Now, with both of them, you can edit what it does, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. But I'll show you also what I did by just taking the best of both of them and putting them together. So this is a mix of CapCut and HeyGen. Here's a sobering truth. Only 15% of people who buy an online course actually finish it. 15%. Traditional online courses have hit a ceiling. Oh, sorry. Here's a sobering truth. Only 15% of people who buy an online course actually finish it. 15%. Traditional online courses have hit a ceiling, and both students and experts are feeling it. Think about the last time you took an online course. You watched the videos, you took notes, you hoped, really hoped, those pre-recorded lessons would apply to your specific problem. But they're one size fits all. Same generic lessons whether you're a beginner or advanced, whether your goal is X or Y. And when you need help, you're stuck. No real-time interaction, no personalized guidance, just you and a static video that can't answer back. In today's world of instant answers and shrinking attention spans, that just doesn't cut it anymore. Now, if you're on the other side, if you're a coach, consultant, or someone who spent years building expertise, you've probably realized something frustrating. You are the biggest bottleneck in your own business. You only have so many hours to serve clients, answer questions, share what you know. And creating that online course or writing that book, that can take months, sometimes years, of your precious time. But what if there was another way? Yeah, I cut it off deliberately there because it goes into something pretty amazing that's under wraps right now. But you see that when you take a composite of the best of CapCut and the best of HeyGen, you can come up with a video that's pretty workable. So now what we're actually going to do is, oh, actually, no, I'm going to show you one more thing from HeyGen.
That was
Hey,
your
Tony
voice, right,
Rockcliffe,
Tony?
your digital twin is ready. Try creating videos with it. Also, click the feedback button.
Okay, this is something that HeyGen does that's pretty neat. It can take what you say in English or American, those two distinctly different languages, and translate them into other languages. But what's special is that it's still your voice and your lips are now synchronized to the new language, which is pretty wild. Now, since we're going across Zoom and Zoom removes a certain number of frames every second, this is going to be jerky, kind of like what the videos you saw before were not as smooth as they actually are. So his lip sync will not seem as good as it actually is.
Hey, Tony Rockcliffe, your digital twin is ready. Try creating videos with it. Also, click the feedback button to share what you think. Hope you enjoy. Hola, Tony Rockcliffe, tu digital twin está listo. Intenta crear videos con él. Además, haz clic en el botón de comentarios para compartir lo que piensas. Espero que lo disfrutes. Konnichiwa, Tony Rockcliffe-san. あなたのデジタルツインが準備できました。ビデオ作成を示してみてください。また、フィードバックボタンをクリックして感想を共有してくださいね。楽しんでいただけると嬉しいです。
Now, none of that happened. That was all done from a single photograph. So it's pretty neat technology. So now we're going to go back into CapCut. Did you guys think that was neat, or is it just me that thinks it's neat?
I think it's great.
Very good.
Oh, good.
And what tool was that? Just the Tony?
You want the
HeyGen.
Tony
Okay.
seminar.
Thank you.
Oh, it's webinar. Would you like to watch it?
I would love to, but I have got a new job and I have to finish up another.
Okay,
couple
I'm going to
of
mute.
Well,
stuff.
all right.
Okay. I had to mute LD because he was having a conversation. Okay. So what we're going to do here is, this is the instant AI video. So we're going to choose realistic. And let's see. I'm going to say, create a video explaining AI agents, how AI agents automate content workflows. And I'm going to say, keep the style realistic, no cartoon scenes, because you saw last time we got cartoon scenes, and hopefully it will obey me. We're going to make it 16:9, which is landscape. And we're going to use, you can check out the different voices by clicking on the.
Welcome to creating voiceover.
Welcome to creating voiceover.
I'm going to use Lucas.
Welcome to creating voiceovers.
And I'm going to say, let's make it 1 minute. It could be up to 10 minutes. I'm going to make it 1 minute because we're in a live thing. Hang on.
Tony, what program is this?
This is CapCut.
Oh, this is CapCut with doing voiceover.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So once we've chosen that, we say create. And now's a good time to ask questions because it's going to take a minute or two.
All right, Tony, is this just going to CapCut.com, or is that what it is, or what? Well, how do you access this?
CapCut.com.
Okay. And is it a paid program, or is it a freebie?
There's a free version, and the one I use is $9 a month.
That's cheap.
Especially since it replaces about a dozen other programs that I was paying a couple of $100 for.
Wow.
That's what I showed in the last seminar, which was CapCut Part 1. It's at the AI Connection Club on the replays page. You should check it out because people are absolutely amazed.
So you could literally put together a little script, little story, and just using prompts, have that story acted out with continuity with the characters and so forth.
Oh, absolutely. That is so doable these days. It's funny, at the last one, Paul McCartney's sister, Ruth, was there, and she uses CapCut every day. And she had no idea of the kind of 80% of the things that I showed last week, because people don't realize CapCut is incredibly powerful. What we're looking at tonight is the worst of CapCut. We looked at the best of CapCut in the previous seminar.
Tony, I was in the score video or Zoom meeting with you last night, and I don't know if you recall, I was asking you about the video generators and whether they can include voice also. And I'm seeing here that CapCut can allow that, a video generation, and then you have the option of various voiceovers that you can add to that video.
Yeah, that's true, but it goes beyond that because CapCut includes the new Dance Pro, or 1.5 Pro. It includes Google VO3, Sora 2, all of which allow voice. And they have the voice, they create the voice live when you're creating the video, and you tell it what you want the people to say in the video. And then they're all lip synced.
As I was also mentioning some last night, I'm interested in creating videos from various pages of a children's picture book. And I would like to do that and then add a child-friendly voice to that, or a voice that would be conducive to that.
CapCut about 200 voices to choose from, including
and
children.
that was going to be one of my next questions. And with what I'm trying to do, if it's your opinion that CapCut would be a good program for me to start with.
For sure. And the other one that I mentioned last night, OpenArt, is really good for children's picture books.
Yes.
You should check
Now,
that as well.
Here's the thing. I heard Roger mention that he does some video development. I have no experience with video development. Which do you think would be the most user-friendly for a beginner such as me?
OpenArt.
Okay.
Because
OpenArt, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because CapCut is a professional video editor that just happens to do everything else under the sun and the kitchen sink, whereas OpenArt is specifically for everyday people to be able to create movies.
Oh, well, I'll go there.
Yeah.
Do you know if OpenArt also has voiceover capability?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you this is what CapCut did. And I just have to let somebody else in. But this is what CapCut did. And we're going to also look at what HeyGen did with the same prompt. And you'll see it's going to be a lot better than what we've got here. Because here, they're not videos, they're images only.
Ever feel like you're drowning in content tasks? From brainstorming to scheduling, it's a constant grind. But what if you could automate the entire workflow? That's where AI agents come in. Imagine this, you have a raw video file. An AI agent transcribes it, identifies the key topics, and then automatically drafts a blog post based on those topics. Another agent takes that blog post, turns it into a series of engaging social media captions, and even creates quote graphics for Instagram. While that's happening, a third agent analyzes your content's performance and schedules the new posts for the optimal time to reach your audience. This isn't science fiction. It's the future of content creation. These AI agents work together seamlessly, handling the repetitive work so you can focus on what you do best, creating amazing original content. It's like having a super efficient content team working for you 24/7. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about AI tools, hit that subscribe button.
The thing is, CapCut doesn't tell you. If you're used to working with CapCut, you'll see all the work you do, it's in the timeline. And you can work with it and you know that everything is saved all the time. But unfortunately, the vital data is unless you lock the AI video, it'll vanish. If it's not in the timeline, rule of thumb is if it's not in the timeline, it doesn't exist.
Tony, I had a question.
Yep.
Is OpenArt basically a lower gradient than CapCut?
Yeah.
And so you could do the same applications more or less with OpenArt.
They all have slightly different things they concentrate on. I'm going to, while we're doing this, I'm going to go to OpenArt and show you.
Okay, thank you.
So what they have here is you want to create a music video, you go here. You want to do an explainer video, you go here. You want to do a kind of emotional thing, you go here. If you want to build a storyboard, you go here. And you can build videos from images, from text, from elements, from videos, from your motion. You can create images, create characters that then go the same character from scene to scene in your video. You've got various things you can do with audio. So if you click on story and you go music video, you basically either write the script or get the script created, but with AI. And then you choose whether you want it to be photorealistic or whatever different kinds. You can add your character that you've created. It could be you. It could be your voice or a narrator voice. And choose background music. It's pretty straightforward compared to other tools, but it's designed to create complete videos, like a complete music video. And it does really remarkably well. Do you guys would you guys like to see a video that it created?
Yeah, I would. I had a quick question before we do that, Tony.
Yeah.
Is it possible, this may be outside of the realm, but crossing the two genres of writing and creating music, could you write a short scene and put that into a program like this and have it create the characters that you created, and then you can use that as inspiration to create a soundtrack for that? Is that doable?
Yeah, Barry Skywalker was over at my house this afternoon, or at the studios. So you can answer whether that's possible, Barry.
It's definitely possible.
Wow. And how is that done, Barry?
You can create it. It can be done through ChatGPT with the lyrics, and then there's another program you can use to create a singer to sing the song that you want, and it's beautiful.
That sounds great. What I was wondering if you can write a short story. Let's say it's a scene, 5-minute scene that you write the characters out, and then I'm wondering if you can put that into an AI video program, which then creates that scene and has these characters that you created.
Absolutely. All of these video programs do.
What would that be? How would I do that? What program?
Either Kling or Higgsfield or OpenArt, all of them now do that kind of thing. That's
really okay. Okay, great. So you're in OpenArt now. I just have to find out how that works.
Sorry, say that again.
Oh, I said fine. You're in OpenArt now, so that's the one I would have to. Sounds like that's the best one to start out with.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's pretty easy to use.
Okay.
So this is actually older technology because this was done about 4 or 5 months ago. But what I did is I just played some blues guitar and I told OpenArt, make a video to the blues guitar. And I didn't really tell it what to do. I could have told it every scene, but this is what it came up with by itself.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, I was impressed by what it did.
Wow.
Yeah, me too.
I was surprised.
And you were playing the guitar and then it just created that from your recording, or?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. It's pretty good playing.
That's what I was going to say, Tony. That's good. That's good blues playing there.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I'm impressed by that.
I was too. I ended up not changing anything. I thought, wow, you did a good job, OpenArt.
Only
So
problem I
therefore, you
got
could
with that
take
one,
any
Tony.
song. You played it live, I guess, but you could take
Yeah.
any original song that you have and plug that into OpenArt and say, make a video of this.
Exactly.
That'd be interesting, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So we're going back to CapCut. This is what it did with that prompt.
Tired of drowning in content creation tasks?
Oh, I think, did I show you this already?
Not, well, more or less.
Brainstorming to publishing and all the tedious steps in between. It feels like a never-ending cycle. But what if you could put a lot of that on autopilot? That's exactly where AI agents come in. Imagine an AI that doesn't just write a draft, but manages your entire workflow. It can research topics, generate outlines, create first drafts, and even schedule social media posts across all your platforms. Think of it as your personal content team, working 24/7. These agents can learn your brand voice, analyze performance data to suggest better.
Yeah, so in this instance, we didn't tell it anything that we wanted, and it wrote the script. That one wasn't as bad as the previous one. But what you can do is you can go in and rewrite the script, change the length of the video, tell it to mimic a particular writing style, or you can go into scenes and then add an avatar or generate media. Let me just close something over here for a second so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, yeah. And what generate media is you can change the whole style of the video into a cartoon or whatever other kind of style you want. You can change the music. You can add animated text. So you can do a whole bunch of editing stuff, or you could just say, trim this scene, make it shorter. Or you could say, replace it, regenerate it if you don't like the first scene. Or if you don't like what he's saying, you could rewrite it. So you do,
Oh, wow.
yeah, so you do have some basic control. But now we're actually going to go, and actually if I left it here and went off and went somewhere else, I would lose it completely because it would vanish. However, if I say export, then I can save it. Or if I say edit more, it will actually open it in CapCut. And you see it breaks the scenes down into their separate scenes. And now you can do all sorts of stuff like add transitions and the 1,000 things that you can do in CapCut. You can now edit the hell out of it and make it exactly what you want it to be.
Nice.
But
and the video creation is also in CapCut for that particular one.
yeah, and you can actually in CapCut go here and say, AI video, create me a new video for this scene, and it will create a whole new video, and usually a better one than it created over here. Or you could create a new image and then animate that image and put it in. You've got massive control once it's in here. But while that's all well and good, it's not as good as HeyGen, and I'm going to show that. And the difference with HeyGen is that you remember before with CapCut, we just gave it a prompt and said, off you go. Or we could give it a script and say, off you go, follow this script. But there's no interaction. There's no conversation. Like ChatGPT, you can have a conversation back and forth. That's what you have in HeyGen. You have an AI video agent. So I said, create the same thing. I said, create a cinematic video explaining how AI agents work, automate content workflows, or how they do it, realistic video scenes, no captions and no avatar. I learned the hard way that if you don't say that, it automatically puts an avatar there speaking for you, and it adds captions. I didn't want those. So now I say no captions, no avatar. And luckily it obeys me. And it says, okay, so here's my plan. Topic, audience, the music I'm thinking of, the length, the orientation. The script will be automatically generated, or I could put in my own. It says what kind of voice it's going to use. And here it said stock media. And it said, would you like to proceed with this plan? Type yes to continue with this plan. And I said, do you only use stock media, or do you do AI generation of videos? And it said, that's a great question. I can use both. Besides stock media, I can incorporate AI generated media, videos and images, AI illustrations, or even media you've uploaded. would you prefer to use AI generated media instead of stock media for this video? And I said, use both at your discretion. And yes, continue with this plan. Okay, so I'm going to play you what it did. Now, you remember with CapCut, it was just images, and they were slowly panning or slowly zooming. With HeyGen, it's actual videos.
Imagine drowning in endless content demands, manually juggling ideation, creation, and distribution. AI agents transform this chaos, automating workflows with machine learning and NLP. In ideation, AI analyzes trends, identifies hot topics, and generates tailored concepts. They mimic human styles, optimize SEO, personalize ideas, boosting creativity. For creation, AI drafts compelling copy, refines grammar, adapts for blogs, videos, posts. Tools like Jasper and Copy.ai enhance readability and efficiency. Distribution is effortless. AI targets audiences with ML for optimal reach. It personalizes delivery, provides insights, scales impact worldwide. Benefits: efficiency, scalability, consistency, cost savings, freeing humans for strategy. By 2025, AI generates 30% of content, ushering hybrid human-AI workflows. Embrace AI agents to automate workflows and shape content creation's future. The era of automated, inspiring content is here. Don't get left behind.
Now, some of that was very good. Some of it was not, but we can change whatever we like. Okay. So now what we can do is we can go edit in AI Studio. And now we're going to have complete control because we can take whatever scene we like, move it around, add a transition between the scenes, change what the person's saying, change who's saying it. There's a lot more stuff over here, which I'll get to. It's like if we click here, we can put in a new scene, we can duplicate the scene, delete the scene, all the usual kind of stuff you get in an editor. If you've got a particular brand, you can put in all your brand stuff into here and have it included in your video. You can upload a new script, download the script. And down here, if you click scene, you can add a new scene or drag it to a different position. If you click audio, you can upload audio or record new audio. Pause lets you say you put a thing here, you go pause, it puts a pause in that portion if you want to pause in your soundtrack. If you go here to voice director, you can take a certain section and make it whatever kind of, if you want it to be sarcastic, angry, calm, casual, excited, you can describe your desired voice tone and style for that, just that section, or apply it to the whole thing, apply to this scene or apply to this voice. So you've got a lot more control, and you'll see there's a lot more coming in a moment. Let me see what else can I show you here. Oh yeah. So here you can add images and videos and upload videos and images and put them in where you want. And you can grab other elements like shapes and, of course, music, all sorts of different choices of music, captions in all sorts of different styles, like CapCut does, or templates even that are already pre-created, and you put in your own content. CapCut is fantastic for that because it has thousands of templates, whereas here we have only a few. Then you can see that as you layer stuff, it'll come up here in layers, and you can move stuff around and change the layers. And so you get a lot more control over your end video. And so far, I find that it gives me consistent, if I want to do a quick explainer video or a quick promotional video, it does it for me much easier and quicker with less things to fix than CapCut. Let me see if there's anything else what I want to mention there. Oh, I do want to show you something in CapCut that I forgot about earlier. You see here, when CapCut creates or generates a video, like all of this video, it generated it. And when it generates an image, it puts a little sign up here that says AI generate. Now, you don't necessarily want that in your finished video, right? Now, CapCut has a thing called over here, AI remove, but I found it to be not that good. And I've tried actually half a dozen different programs, and none of them could quite get rid of this smoothly. But then I found one that does. And it's pretty amazing because it does it beautifully. And the funny thing is, it looks just like CapCut, although it's a completely different company. I'll open it in a second and show you. But for those of you who missed last week, these are some of the wild things that CapCut can do for videos. It can, if we say, change her nose into a warthog, it'll do it. Or remove her head and replace it with a chimpanzee. Whatever, it will remove stuff and replace it. If you've filmed yourself giving a webinar and you've been looking away, or at a teleprompter, and you want your eyes looking straight at the audience, it'll do that with eye contact. It will relight a video if the video lighting is not good. If your video is like this and you want it like this, or like this and you want it like this, it'll reframe it for you automatically. It'll just do so many different things. But anyway, I'm going to close this for a second and show you this other bizarre program. So the reason I say it's bizarre is because it looks so much like Canva. CapCut. See, it just has the same kind of layout and the whole sort of thing.
Am I missing something? I'm only seeing the. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
What do you see? No, what are you not seeing?
I got it now.
Okay.
There's 2 tabs up there.
Right. You see how this is almost identical to CapCut. The same stuff at the top, the same timeline, the same placement here, the same tools over here. But it has this new AI thing called AI Object Remover. And this gets rid of, see, this before had the AI generate on it. You remember from CapCut? And by using AI Object Remove and just painting over it, it removed it completely throughout the whole video. So that was a nice find. I'm just amazed that it's such an almost carbon copy of CapCut, and yet they're completely different companies in completely different parts of the world.
And what's this one called?
It's called Filmora.
Filmora. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to check and see if there's anything else I wanted to show you before I open it up for any other questions you might have. Oh, actually, I was going to show you a little bit about the new Higgsfield, because so Higgsfield is like the other generators, except that it has 60 controllable camera motions that you just grab them and put them on your video, and the camera will now do exactly what you want it to do for that scene. Plus, it has 80 visual effects, and there are all kinds of different effects. Now, the funny thing is, since they came out, they were the only one who had visual effects like this, things that would take a long time to create. Now, CapCut and Kling and something else, WaveSpeed, have all come out with adding effects. So they're all constantly watching each other and going, oh, we better add that. They're constantly trying to outdo each other, which is fun for us. But it's got just all sorts of different kinds of features. But the thing I want to show you is not, this is one where you can just take an image or a video and you can write on the video and say, this is what you want to happen. And that's what happens. The AI does what you write it to do. But what they did this week that changed the whole landscape, which is what I told you about a little bit earlier, is you can choose from dozens of cameras and camera lenses. And actually, let's just go in. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to go one more screen. Yeah, you can choose from incredibly expensive professional cameras, lenses that cost more than a house to get exactly the kind of image or shot you want. Then Nano Banana Pro in Higgsfield will create that exact image. And then Higgsfield would choose the best video generator to generate the action that you want, the camera motion, the audio, etc. for that scene. So you end up with a professionally shot cinematic scene. Then you create another one, and you join them together to make your movie. And it also does stuff where you can create a starting point of a shot and an ending point, and then tell Higgsfield to create what's in between. And of course, since Higgsfield came out with that, everyone else has come out with it as well. And I'm actually going to demonstrate that to you, give you some examples so you see what I'm talking about. So what you do is you create a scene and you say, this is my starting scene, and this is where I want it to end up. Now you create everything that goes from here to here. It's going to be a bit jerky because of Zoom. But instead of having to create multiple scenes, it just fills in the blanks. It creates what it takes to go from one to the other.
Wow.
And I've got another one. This one, I want to go from here to here. Imagine what it might cost to create that.
Nice.
And then here's a fun one. They want to go from here to here. Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
That is really neat.
Yeah.
That's very professional looking.
Yeah, and it's a lot smoother than Zoom is showing you.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's Higgsfield, Tony?
Higgsfield can do this. Kling can do it. Who else? Oh, yeah. C-Dance can do it. Oh, and Google VO 3.1 can do it. They all keep, like I say, watching each other and adding whatever the other one added so that they can compete. Now, if we go to AI video and we choose Sora, oh, they've removed it. Oh, wait a minute. Am I in AI image? Yes, I am. No wonder I don't see it. Sora 2. So, no, I don't see start frame and end frame in Sora 2.
Okay. Thanks for checking.
You're welcome. So, any questions before we wrap it up?
Let's
Really
see.
good stuff.
So like we've gone over a lot of programs here. Like, is there a kind of like a suggested route if you're starting out? What's the best program? Or if you want professional effects? I'm asking two questions. Like,
Okay. Professional effects, I would go with Higgsfield. Just starting out, they're all similar. They all have similar ways of operating. You learn one and you can pretty much operate them all. And there's tons of YouTube tutorials, and I've got tutorials in the AI Connection Club as well. But they're not too difficult.
And originally, it sounded a bit like OpenArt was a good one for newbies.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, if for very specific things, like creating explainer videos, creating music videos, it's already done all the groundwork for that, so you don't have to start from scratch as you would in other programs.
Okay, but how about, let's say that Tony Rockcliffe wrote a short story, 15-minute story with characters and they're talking and so on. Which program would be good to take that little script and create a video with the characters as you describe acting out that video, acting out that script?
I would say OpenArt, because it has it has a characters function where you can put in your character and then have that character go all the way through your book or whatever it is that you're animating.
No, I would want to see that if you wrote a story about growing up in London, and it was you and Joey, your buddy, and you guys played football and you had dialogue. I'm wondering if you could write a story and then the video would not just have somebody explaining that, but actually put that story that you created into life.
Absolutely.
And that would be what?
And that OpenArt can do that.
Okay.
And you can make a character be you and your friend, and have you and your friend be in that video all the way through to the end.
Right. And as you say, the continuity of the characters would stay the same. You would look one way in one frame and another later on.
Right. Before we wrap up, do you have any interest in hearing something pretty amazing that can be done with AI now with music?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you something pretty wild.
You were speaking about music, Tony. I remember listening to a piece. It was on the podcast On Point, and they featured AI music. And the AI generated singer, Laura Vega, not only is her music AI generated, but also her image, and she is popular.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's happening more and more. And a friend of mine came over this afternoon, and I showed him a video of this guy singing a song and busking on a street, I think in London, and a guy clapping along. And he was convinced that it was real, but it wasn't. Yeah. It was completely AI generated.
To follow up on what Roger was speaking of, Tony, I know we're wrapping up, but could you, if I send you 2 character images, could you walk through a quick, just short video of them just walking on a sidewalk in OpenAI or OpenArt? Do you have time for that?
I actually don't, but I'll make a note to set that up for next time.
Okay. And what I'll do, I'll go ahead and send you the characters so you'll have them on hand.
What you're describing is it's all doable, but it takes a little bit of work. It'll take time to upload the character, do the things necessary to say this is character 1 and this is character 2, and put them in. It could take 10 to 15 minutes to get it exactly right.
Okay. And what I'll do, I'll chew on it between the now and our next meeting together and see what I've done and what you might have been able to do better.
Sure. Okay. And now I'm going to play you a friend of mine just recently got re-signed with a major music publishing company. He's had a lot of hits for decades. And he's got a whole bunch of demos that he did 20 years ago that are good, but they're very dated. They're in earlier styles like Bobby McFerrin or Jason Mraz. And I'm going to play you a little bit of the original demo, and then I'm going to play you what AI did with it. And I'll tell you what we asked AI to do with it. So here's the original.
No worries, it's all good. No worries, everything feels like it should. Like a butterfly just flying free. I got no worries worrying me. And I got a girl, the kind of girl that dreams are made of.
So it's nice, but it's very dated. So we said to the AI, okay, now take that song and make it 2025 radio ready in your face. And I'll play you what it did.
Wow.
No worries, it's all good. No worries, everything feels like it should. Like a butterfly just flying free. I got no worries worrying me. And I got a girl, the kind of girl that dreams are made of. I used to be afraid of love. I was a wreck, strung up tight in a necktie, but you came around and unwound the knot, and I got no worries. It's all good. No worries. Everything feels like it should. Like a monkey in a coconut tree. I got no worries worrying me.
playing in my head, I can't stop it. Walking down the street with a silly grin, again and again. We stop and kiss at every corner. Can't afford to care, we don't have a dime, but with your hand in mine, no worries, it's all good. No worries, it'll feel just like it should. You, me, and baby make three, and there'll be no worries worrying me. Yeah, I got no worries worrying me. Yeah, I got no worries of worrying me. There's a world whirling idea around us, with its daily dose of insanity. Despite the lies and the noise, when I hear your sweet voice, it don't let it get to me. Because I had a plan, you and me will make it forever. We'll have a little, oh baby, with mama's smiles. And all the while, no worries. No worries, it'll feel just like it should. You and me, and baby makes three, and there'll be no worries worrying me. Yeah, I got no worries.
Goes on more and there's more parts it does, but it did a very interesting arrangement. It played an amazing saxophone for an AI.
Did it retain all the original lyrics?
Yep.
Oh, it
Yeah,
did.
that's
pretty remarkable.
that is. And Tony, something you said that with what Dixon said is remarkable. Also, what you said a little while back, when you said a piece of technology, AI technology was dated, and you said it was 5 months old. That's dated?
I tell you, last week is dated. It used to be that 6 months ago, it was fairly relaxed because there'd be a major breakthrough once a week. Now there's 3 a day. It's getting wild.
Wow.
And with that, then, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Dixon.
I'm giving about 10 seminars this month on AI, and between one seminar to the next, something has changed dramatically, and I have to include that. This one, it's Higgsfield coming out with Cinema Studio.
Wow. What was that a particular music AI program that accomplished that, or what
Yeah,
was it?
the one that most people are using is called Suno. We tried Suno for that, and it didn't do a great job. So we tried another one called Producer.ai, and that's what did that. And
Oh,
it
I
did
see.
a great job, and that was in the free version.
On the free version?
Yeah, it actually gave us 4 different variations, all of which were very interesting and all very good.
And variations. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
And you just uploaded your music to it?
Yeah, and told us what we wanted and had a chat with it. And then if it did something we didn't like, we'd say, okay, change this or do that or whatever, and it would do the changes that we wanted. But in this instance, this is the one where we just said, okay, go for it, do what you want, make it radio ready in your face. And that's what it did.
And then your guitar playing earlier, was that like you were just playing solo guitar and then the rest was AI created, or
The image, it was a, you know,
not the image,
it was
the
a
music?
rhythm. I was playing to a rhythm track. I was playing the lead guitar, and OpenArt made the images, the videos, clips
Oh, I see.
to go with it.
So that was your full recording. That wasn't AI, any part of it?
Oh no, none of the music was AI.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I liked your playing. That was nice.
Thank you. Okay, any last questions before we wrap up?
Tony, what is the fee for OpenArt?
$14 a month currently. They've got a 50% off sale. Oh, actually,
Okay.
wait a minute. Let me get you my affiliate link so you can get that 50% off. Give me a second here.
Where in the chat was that? You said you put something in the chat?
I'm putting the link in the chat where
Oh, I got it.
you can get a 50% discount.
I get it. Okay, good.
Instead of paying $28 a month or $29 a month, you'll be paying $14.50 a month.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Copy link. Okay, good. So, but you think for a beginner that OpenArt AI is a pretty good one to work with?
Yeah, yeah, I do. And there's also lots of tutorials on YouTube that can walk you through the basics. You just put in a OpenArt tutorial. A friend of mine, Bob Doyle, does some very good stuff on OpenArt.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. Okay, any last minute questions? Otherwise, I'm going to call it a wrap.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
And you said your friend's name was Bob Doyle?
Yeah, Bob Doyle Media.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
See you then in 2 weeks, eh?
So what did you say?
See you in 2 weeks.
Yes, that's right. I'm
there's
in
another one
Orlando
of-
next. I'm giving 4 of my seminars next week in Orlando at Podfest Expo. So that's going to be
When
fun.
will you have another one of these online, Tony?
2 weeks from now.
Mhm.
2 weeks from this Wednesday.
Okay. Are the notices posted on AI Connection Club?
Yes.
Okay, I'll find it there then. Thank you.
Yeah, and I send out an email from the club letting you know
Okay.
those things.
Okay. And I'll be sending you an email also. I'll be clicking send in just a moment.
Great. Okay, thanks very much, guys.
Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
You bet.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Okay, I'm going to wrap up, stop sharing, and close the meeting. Night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.